is Lord Bentley, and welcome to
And we can read about this in Genesis 6 and also in the extra biblical text of the book of Enoch. But what happens is these fallen sons of God, they chose to leave their heavenly abode. And when they did, they invaded the earth realm by descending upon Mount Hermon. Now, for those that don't know, that borders Syria, Lebanon, and Israel. And so from that point on Mount Hermon, these fallen sons of God, they began lusting after the daughters of men. And they take them as wives, mate with them, and then defile the human genome by birthing a hybrid race of giants, which is known as Nephilim.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome to Halloween Deathfest. My name is Lord Bentley. I'm welcoming you to a beautiful place here. This is my beautiful home. And in this home sits me, the one that's going to take you on this little adventure. An adventure that you've never seen before. An adventure into the real depth of society. The real depths of the afterlife. Please go to our patreon.com/evilisreal because I am. If you don't think I'm real, maybe you should understand this. You have no say in that. Your soul belongs to me now. Patreon.com, subscribe. Why we need you to go to patreon.com/evilisreal because we have to keep the lights on here at Lord Bentley's Manor. We get these questions asked a lot. Are you really real? Are you really evil? Are you really scary? I'm not scary, just a little different. So welcome everyone here to this first ever Halloween. It's the greatest night of the year. It's the greatest night that I could have possibly. One single night. Or two, or three, or four. It's up to you. You make the call. Be here for a very long time. As you can see, my work is being done everywhere. As you can see, everyone is in a state of panic. As you can see, everyone is mine. Everyone is scared. Everyone is confused. Everyone has no manners. Everyone is sick. Everyone is scared. I couldn't read anything. Being dead serious when I look at the camera and I said, the boogeyman is real. I would like to, without further ado, take you to my very first clip. In fact, this clip deals with an unfortunate set of people driving on an unfortunate set of roads. Let's take a look. Now, what they discover.
Next footage takes place on a dark and isolated road. It starts out with nothing out of the ordinary, when, just as the car rounds a bend, an out-of-place figure wearing a suit with a briefcase and an umbrella comes into frame. And directly after, another identical man can be seen. The men would retreat into the long grass, where suddenly it's clear there are multiple men looking identical to each other. They seem to have been startled by the vehicle, as if they had been caught. When suddenly, further down the road, yet another figure can be seen, this one holding a flare. It's still unclear what happened next, or what the driver truly witnessed that night. Though, many believe the driver had drove right in the middle of a cult, taking part in a ritual of some sort. This next footage takes place on a dark and isolated road. It starts out with nothing out of the ordinary, when, just as the car rounds a bend, an out-of-place figure wearing a suit with a briefcase and an umbrella comes into frame. and directly after, another identical man can be seen. The men would retreat into the long grass, where suddenly it's clear there are multiple men looking identical to each other. They seem to have been startled by the vehicle, as if they had been caught, when suddenly, further down the road, yet another figure can be seen, this one holding a flare. It's still unclear what happened next, or what the driver truly witnessed that night, though many believe the driver had drove right in the middle of a cult, taking part in a ritual of some sort.
Did that scare you? Did that scare you? Did it? And if it didn't, maybe you should go to patreon.com/evilsreal and subscribe just to donate to me. I'm a man of needs. I'm a man of fine friends. I'm a man of many needs. I'm a man who needs this to welcome you to another clip. This clip goes back to where time exists from the very beginning. It goes to the land of Saudi Arabia, a very special place. It's a place where I found my way a long time ago. It was, let's say, trying to persuade someone to try and see things my way. But maybe they didn't want to see things my way. They had a really strong obsession. Something. We're trying to be a good person. I understand any of that. In fact, I don't understand why any of you would want to be a good person. I think that that's the most uncreative, disgusting, unstylish look a person could possibly have. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do good? What are you gonna do good in the world? Are you gonna do something special? Are you really gonna make something of yourself? No, you're not. Because as you can see, you're all sheep. Breathe in that oxygen of yours. I care to breathe from the lungs God gave me, so to speak. You're all in for a very big treat. And I thought I'd send down one of my friends, let's say welcome these Saudi Arabian twits into this desert community.
This footage was taken in the middle of the night in a desolate field located in Saudi Arabia. Almost right away, you can see as the driver is slowly approaching a white figure that looks to be holding a cane off in the distance. As the footage progresses, the white figure starts limping towards the vehicle, and after a few seconds, the driver can be heard panicking. After a while longer, the figure continues to move towards the driver, and now obviously terrified, the driver can be heard yelling commands at the figure that can basically be translated to back up and get away from my car. Near the end of the video, the figure can be heard making a shrieking noise directed at the driver. The video itself is no doubt disturbing, and it's still unclear what the driver had actually caught on video that night.
Now, how was that? Did you like her scream? She's so adorable. In fact, she's so pretty that the picture right here from... Let me see, maybe she's here somewhere. Ah, yes. Who do you think she looks like? She's adorable. As I was saying, how did you enjoy that clip? Saudi Arabia is where life began. I disregard for everyone that lives there. I tried to influence. They just didn't seem to get it. However, lately they've been turning the corner. They've been doing a lot of fun things there, like murder and journalists. Now that right there was the best thing that I could do for them, because they have given me so much joy and satisfaction watching them trying to get their country off the ground. Are you ready for a third? This one has to do with clowns. And by clowns, I mean all of you. You think you're funny, you think you're weird, but all you have is now. And the future belongs to me. As you can see, I've been doing my dirty work and making sure that all of you are so confused and so upset and so divided that it brings me so much joy. With joy comes our sponsor. Our sponsor right here is stardustpill.com, stardustpill.com. And when you go there, take a look, and it's an anti-aging supplement. Wouldn't you want to be younger? Wouldn't you want to look younger? Look at me. I've been here a very long time, and you wish that you had the skin such as mine. My skin is so pure and so beautiful. It radiates pureness. It radiates effervescence. It radiates a glow that maybe you are sorely lacking. And if you are, or even if you think you do, but you don't feel like you look that good today, go to our sponsor, stardustpill.com. We're very caring, very wonderful supplement company. They are bringing you so much entertainment today that you can't believe it. In fact, when was the last time that you had this much entertainment? Could you possibly imagine when you had this much? No, you can't. You can go to the movies, you can stream your video games, you can take a look at me. That's much more entertaining than anything else you've done today, last week, or tomorrow. In keeping with that entertainment vibe, I'd like to bring you this clown story. I think that this clown is a little upside down in his thinking. However, it's very, very nerve-wracking when someone doesn't believe that this person could possibly be real.
2016, a sort of killer clown phase would shake Americans for a few months. It basically consisted of multiple people dressing up in clown costumes. For many, the motive was simply to scare people, though others would actually rob and even kidnap people. And during that time, in 2016, a family would drive home in South Yorkshire late at night when their dashcam would capture a clown step out in front of their vehicle. The clown would proceed to just stand there and wave, until after a few seconds, the clown would sprint towards the vehicle. The driver of the vehicle would desperately go in reverse, until finally going back in drive, forcing the clown to get out of the way.
Thank you for joining us. It's been your pleasure. And lastly, I'd like to say happy Halloween to all of you, because I will see you soon enough. Some of you will make it this year, some of you won't. We've seen some of you earlier, and some of you I won't. But I make sure that you will remember me, Lord Bentley, the House of Bentley. And if you can, please go to our Patreon page at patreon.com/evilisreal. Bring you so many delights, it's unbelievable. My name is Lord Bentley from the House of Bentley, and from the House of Bentley comes this particular show. Wish each and every one of you a very happy Halloween. And I want to make sure that you know one thing.
Kitties. All your friends with epileptic seizures that fish out, try to swallow their own tongue. Well, it's a little bit of a electromagnetism problem, not brain disease or a retardation, so they say. It's an electromagnetism problem, which means it's got an electromagnetism solution. Ever hear of putting a penny on your friend's tongue while they're starting to fish? Well, if you haven't, now you have. And now you can save their life. My experimentations have also found gravity to be false. And electromagnetism affects us much more than we ever knew. Scary thought, right? The stuff running through our wires and our walls, or running through your brains. And I've learned to harness it. I've learned how to float. Like many people who meditate. They just change their vibration, frequency. It's all about frequencies. Frequencies. You'd think it was funny too if you knew as much as me. I'm so goddamn smart. You'll never understand that joke. Just like the Band-Aid joke. I'd like to show you a demonstration, but at the same time, I've got better shit to do than show you my work. I already know my work works. What do I need to prove it to you for? For a spectacle, eh? Maybe. If I wanted to entertain you like my friend Bentley. And Sir Bentley to you. Nothington. And what should be done for fun? Me and my experiments are some of the best things you've ever seen in your life. If I ever decide to show you Nothingtons. I ought to get on my penny farthing and get me out of here. Yes, big wheels in front. Just as it should be. Goddamn mountain bikers know nothing. Time. Yes, time is a fascinating thing, isn't it? It's a magnetism too. Everything is magnetism. Nah. You're not worth it. You can't see my experimentations. You wouldn't understand them anyway, even if I showed you. Goodbye for now. I'll be seeing you later. Goodbye!